So, anyways, next up we got Kevin, and I want to bring him up, and I want to say he is definitely one of our last talkers. I don't mean definitely like that. Thank God he's a motivational speaker. I need some motivation. But thank you for everybody. Look, he just said, I live near you. I said, I'm sorry.
What's going on, y'all? Can y'all hear me good way back there? Because I know we had issues here and back there. But,
so you're... Yeah.
Destiny, thank you for putting this on. I know it's hot, y'all, and we appreciate y'all staying and hearing us out. And thank y'all for being here. Thank you to every single person that's got up here and spoke. If you've never stood on stage in front of one person, you have no idea what it feels like to stand on a stage in front of 50 or 100 or 200 or however many's out here. There's a bunch of people. And the courage to get up here and speak about their stories and talk about it openly, it takes a lot of courage to do something like that. So my wife's back there telling me up, down with the microphone. I'm just playing. There we go. So what you heard a lot of today was people talking about the decisions that they've made, whether it be good, whether it be bad. You heard them talking about the opportunities that they took advantage of. You heard them talking about the things that's haunted them in their past. Unfortunately, some people aren't here today to be with us, you know, and it's disturbing because they had a decision to make, and not always do we make the right decision. But I want to talk to you about opportunity, a little bit about me. I've got a book over here for sale. It's called Imprisoned Thoughts, From Inmate to CEO. February will be 21 years clean of methamphetamines. I spent 5 years in prison, and a lot happened in those 5 years.
So when it gets...
A lot can happen in 1 year, but a lot happened in 5. And I went through some really, really dark times while I was in there. But I also was the absolute freest I've ever been while I was behind those walls.
Mom.
I got reacquainted with God. I dug deep. I established a relationship with God. You know, that's what it's about. Don't get me wrong. Like, I sit on the board at my church, and I told my pastor before I got up here, anything I say, you cannot kick me off the board over. But it's not about going to the church. It's about the relationship that you carry with God. That's what it's about the most. Church is for fellowship. God is for rejuvenation. Okay? And I got reacquainted, and I established my relationship with God while I was in prison. And it was a very trying time, because a year, not even a full year into my sentence, I got a phone call. Not a phone call. Y'all give me a minute, and I might cry. I got called to the chaplain's office. And anybody that's ever been behind walls knows that going to the chaplain's office, they don't care about your religion, they don't hold church in the chaplain's office. So I go in, there's a long line of us sitting there waiting to go in. They said, inmate 495121. That's how long ago it was when I was in prison. Anybody else that knows, they're in GDC numbers now. That was an EF number. They called me in, sat me down, and said, I'm sorry to inform you your daughter's been killed. I'm sorry. Your daughter's mother, not your daughter. I mean, what kind of an emotional roller coaster was I in for that brief moment? I was like, how can I don't even know how to feel right now. And I'm not gonna lie, while I was in there, I had every intentions of getting back out and doing the exact same thing I was gonna do again. I mean, my roommate, of all people, is in there for manufacturing methamphetamines. Just what I needed, the recipe. Because I was sentenced to a 25-year, served 15 and a $350,000 fine. I had no idea how I was going to pay that. I had no idea that there was a way out, right?
You're not moving it around at all.
Anyways, I'm sitting in there, and he's telling me that. I get to call home. I talk to my mom. My mom tells me that my daughter's mother has been killed, and my daughter had to witness it. She was 4 years old. She was sitting in the back seat of the 300ZX when the guy pulled a pistol on her and shot her in the head. That was the most devastating thing I think I could have heard while I was in prison. I went back to my cell after I talked to my mom, and she confirmed all this was true. I knew right then I had a choice to make. I had a decision to make. I had two decisions. I could have kept going down that same hellhole I was preparing myself for, that I was actually prepping myself for when I came home. I was anxious to get home so I could get back to the same old ways. And I sat there on the side of my bunk, and it's almost like something came over me, and I said, it's time to be the man I need to be for me, so I can be the man I need to be for my daughter when I go home.
Amen.
Because I had no idea my daughter is now growing up without a mother. She's fixing to grow out without a father if I don't change my ways. Well, I took advantage of that situation. I took the opportunity I had in front of me because I had nothing but time. So I started digging deep, doing soul searching. I went and got my GED. Anybody that knows you go through prison or jail or whatever, you got to get your GED. But you don't have to become a tutor. You don't have to become a GED tutor. You don't have to go in there and help people get their GED. Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear me good? Good. So you don't have to do that. And then I was transferred to a prison down in South Georgia, to where every time you go out to make a sandwich on your lunch break, flies and gnats, and I think it was right on the gnat line they built this prison on purpose. It looked like you put salt and pepper all over your sandwich before you even got a chance to eat it. I was hungry for 3 days. And them guys were loving me because they were eating my lunch because I wasn't. They said, son, I tell you what, you're gonna get used to eating that, or you're gonna go hungry. I have eaten more gnats than some people have ever seen. It's extra protein, right? So, anyways, I got, we're going through a court battle at this point because people come in and started trying to take custody of my daughter. Going through a court battle. I was 4.5 hours away. My lovely wife traveled down there every single week, or every other week, to see me, put money on my books. She was not my wife at the time. Let me clarify that. She was my girlfriend at the time. It's a funny story. And then I'll get back to it. I actually wrote her a letter, and I had this bad habit of calling all females baby girl. That was my thing, baby girl. She said, is that what you keep calling me baby girl? Is that what you want me to be? I said, if the shoe fits, wear it. She said, I can't wear one shoe. I gotta wear a pair. So here we are. We've been together since 2002. We've actually known each other since we were young kids. But anyways, so we're in this court battle, and I put in a transfer close to home. I spent about 1.5 years in South Georgia. I put in a transfer to get closer to home because I knew the things that we were dealing with. And I have separation issues because of this very one thing. I called home one weekend. My wife said, do you want me to I call her my wife. She wasn't my wife then. I tried to get her to marry me while I was in there. She said absolutely not. we had to wait till we got home.
Okay.
So, anyways, she said, "You want me to bring your daughter up?" I said, "No, not this weekend. I'll just let it be us." It's the last time I seen my daughter. My daughter was taken from me. I say taken because I fought like hell to keep her.
Is it rolling almost?
Yeah, it's rolling.
6 months before I was released, they terminated all my rights as a parent. Y'all have no idea how hard this is sitting up here telling this when I got where's my son at?
Over here.
Where's he at?
Right
There he is, right there. It's my 13-year-old son right there. Good buddy of mine tells me, he said every time he cries, he puts his sunglasses on. I knew it was coming, so I didn't even take them off.
Alright. So.
That's my heart right there, man.
You want that?
We got a phone call.
Yeah, same spot.
I'm pacing y'all because this is, I got one of my longtime best friends sitting here watching me. Look. Every time I tell this story, I get emotional, but
Okay.
I wrote to my daughter, sent her letters, and anybody knows what the finger is? That return mail, that hurts. That's every letter I sent her, I got the finger. Return to sender. That's for anybody that knows that we actually used to write letters and not text messages. So, she turned 18, she graduated. We get a graduation invitation in the mail. So I packed my son up. We fly out to New York and get to see my daughter for the first time in 15 years. I wished I could sit here and tell you that it's all hunky-dory now, but it's still not. She still has a lot of issues with the fact that I left, and I don't blame her. But she's doing really, really well. I mean, I'm gonna tell you that. I mean, we talk from time to time, but she's doing really, really well. We don't talk a lot, maybe once a year. But I had an opportunity, and I took it. I had an opportunity to be the man I needed to be, because I'm gonna tell you something. When I was fighting in the courtroom 6 months before I got out, and they said, "Mr. Barrelle, you're not fit to be a parent." I said, "What are you gonna do, take my next one? You gonna take my next one? Or are you just gonna take every kid I got? Give me a chance. Let me prove to you that I am who I say I am." They say, "You can't because you're in prison. Nothing we can do for you." And I fought and fought and fought. But my relationship with God, let me tell you something. Faith without works is dead. It's in the book of James if you don't know it. You can have all the faith in the world, but if you don't put it to work, it's not gonna work. You've got to put in the work. And that's exactly what I did. I had an opportunity to go back to my old ways and do the same old stuff as soon as they terminated my rights. What did I have to live for? But let me tell you what I done is I got clean for me first. I got clean for me first because I'm going to tell you something. If you look beside you, I hate to tell you this, and I hate to be the guy that tells you this, honestly, but if you look to the person beside you, I can promise you they're going to let you down. Somebody's going to let you down. The people you depend on the most are going to let you down. You have to, first and foremost, do it for you. Because you know how likely you are to let yourself down? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, and if you do, you're going to catch yourself much faster. I said gnats, and now I got gnats flying around me. Eat one of them, I guess. So, listen, we've had a bunch of amazing speakers. Every single person that got up here had an inspirational story for you to hear, to let you know that the things that used to be don't have to be anymore.
That's right.
I'm going to ask everybody to pay attention real close for just a minute, okay? I'm going to ask everybody to participate in this. If you don't have a cell phone out, pull it out. I've got an opportunity, and you have a decision to make. It don't have to be for you, but it could be for somebody you love, or it can be you. But I'm going to tell you something, as men, I know this. We feel weak when we have to ask for help. We feel weak when we can't say, when we have to say we can't do this ourselves, we need help. And it takes a lot stronger man. It takes a lot stronger man to say I need help than it does to bundle that up and not ask for help. Because I'm going to tell you something, man, there's life on the other side of help. There's life on the other side of clean. There's life on the other side of sobriety. I can promise you that. I can promise you that, y'all. So, I'm serious. If you don't have your phone out right now, get it out. Because here's what I don't want is I don't want the person next to you not to make a decision right now because they feel like you didn't pull your phone out and they're going to know. So I'm serious. Pull your phone out. If you are battling with addiction right now, I've got an opportunity. And I can't say everybody can take advantage of it, but I can promise you somebody can. I want you to send a text. If this is you and you need help, this is not my phone number, y'all. This is a phone number that's designated just for this purpose, okay? We have a rehabilitation program available. Okay? We have a rehabilitation program available for somebody today that can take advantage of it free of cost. It doesn't cost you a dime. But listen to me, you have to take advantage of the opportunity. You're faced with opportunities all the time, and if you don't take advantage of it, you've made a bad decision. You've made another bad decision. You have an opportunity in front of you. Make a good decision. If this is you, take advantage of the opportunity. But if this is, all I want you to do is text help to this phone number right here. The number's 47562. Again, I'm gonna repeat it. I'm gonna repeat it 3 times because I don't want nobody to not take advantage of this. If it's available, if this is you, I'm serious. If it's a loved one, man. Look, what else do you need? You see, there's hope. The number again is 47562.
1, 2.
I don't want to cut you off at all, but I want y'all to know that I have so many people that hit me up on a day-to-day basis that want help that can't get it because the prices are too high, the opportunities aren't there, it takes too long to get to help. The opportunity that this man has given you, please do not sleep on it. Don't think that it's going to come back around tomorrow. People like this don't exist out here, and he's doing something to make sure you can get the help you need. Listen to him. Listen to what he's saying. If you feel quite like this much like that could have been about you, do not miss this opportunity. This is serious. This is your chance. Everybody don't get chances like this. The people on the back of them shirts, they didn't get these kind of opportunities or they slept on it. Sorry, Kevin, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. It's your show. I'm just up here. Again, that phone number is 47562. And listen, when you send that help, you're gonna get a response. I don't want nobody to be embarrassed and have to get up because listen, man, I'm telling you, I know that when you get up and you have to walk away, everybody's ain't a single. I'm telling you right now, I know because I'm in a decently sized church, and when our pastor says everybody bow your heads and close your eyes, look, man. Not everybody listens. Half the church is watching around waiting for somebody to raise their hand. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're going to let you send that text. We're going to send you a text where We're gonna respond where you can meet us at, and we can help you, okay? It's a commitment. It's a commitment you're gonna have to put in the work. It's there for you to put in the work. The faith that you can get clean doesn't come without works. You gotta put in the work to do it. It's not an overnight situation, I can promise you that right now. Look, some of you are going through sobriety right now and you wake up with cold sweats. Been clean 2 and 3 years. And you swear to God that you've just relapsed. And you wake up and thank God you're still in the bed. I know. 21 years in February, and I can promise you, they don't go away. Those do not go away. Mine's a little bit different. I feel like my dreams are so real of being in prison again. I think I'm locked up, and then I wake up and I'm thankful and thank God that I'm not. I'm in my bed. But it's so real, I'm shaking. I'm shaking when I wake up because it feels so real. Everything about it is real. Listen, you can't battle this on your own. But there was a defining moment for me whenever I was coming home, right before I got released. Other than my daughter, let me tell you, I had my relationship with God, and I was talking to Him, and I said, God, every single time I get out, every single time, man, I'm clean for 6 months, maybe 7, and I'm right back into the game, locked back up. Every single time. Well, listen, everybody's heard of your higher power, and I'm going to tell you about mine. I don't know who yours is, but I can tell you about mine. God said you've never asked for the deliverance. You've never asked for the desire of drugs to be taken away from you. I said, hold that thought right then in my prayer. And I prayed that prayer. God, please take the desire of drugs away from me. Please take the desire of drugs away from me. I don't want it no more, and I don't want nothing to do with it. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I don't wake up with sweats about dope. I wake up with sweats about going back to prison. I don't have the desire to get high no more. I don't have the desire to be out there in the streets with people that are getting high. I have a desire to go out there and help them. But I don't have a desire to get high no more. That's my higher power, and I'm telling you, you have that available to you as well. That's right. You got to take advantage of it. You got to make that prayer. That's right. Come on. I'm going to say this number one more time, and then I'm gonna close it out and pass this mic back off. I don't know how long I've been up here, but 4-7. Y'all, I've got a book that tells about my story over here. It's for sale. They're $15 a piece. And if somebody wants one of them, the first 3 people that go up there, you can have the book, and I'll just sign it for you. Because the story needs to be heard. Everybody needs to know that there's hope. Look, if the book ain't for you, Melissa, there's three people. Get 3 books, and then hold them to the side, and I'll come over there and sign the book. But if the book ain't for you, give it to somebody else that may need it, because it gives them hope. Thank y'all. Destiny, thank you so much, man.
Let's give him a round of applause.